Alderperson Robinson.
Present.
Hertz.
Here.
Gilbert.
Present.
Swanson. Here. Parker.
Here.
Pulis.
Here.
Healy.
Here.
And Mayor Tomes.
Here. Thank you. Can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Remain standing for a moment of silence, please.
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Your names.
Twice in one day.
Yes. All right, we are at public comment. We have a few people that signed up. We got, first one is Lyle. Is it Braun? Wish to come up, please? And you have about 5 minutes. We try to contain everybody to about 5 minutes, please.
Okay. Thank you. My name is Lyle Braun. I'm the secretary at the Rock Island Fraternal Order of Eagles. It's my responsibility to make sure that all of our licenses are up to date and all the bills are paid. Just a few weeks ago, myself, a couple other members of the Eagles, along with some other business owners who have gaming machines, met with the mayor and the city manager, a very cordial meeting, and I thank you again for taking the time. When we talked about the licensing fee, currently, the last couple of years, we've been paying $1,250 per machine. I know that $250 of that is mandated by the state of Illinois. We talked about maybe the city of Rock Island lowering their fee to help some of the smaller businesses because when we get that, like we're with Prairie State Gaming, they write out a check to the city of Rock Island, and then we have to reimburse for half of that. When you're a small organization, it might take 3 or 4 months, sometimes 5 months, before we even get to see any money from these machines. So we were told, and Mr. Mayor, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, that I should come to the meeting and bring this up in front of the council, and I'm going to try and talk to Councilwoman Gilbert on Wednesday, and but I'm hoping that the next time you guys have a committee meeting, that you would consider lowering the fees from $1,000 maybe down to $700 or $500. That would help a lot of businesses because there's some, like I said, it takes 3, 4, 5 months before they get their reimbursement back to the gaming company paid off before we even see any money. And so that's what I'm down here for. Again, I thank you all for taking the time to listen to me.
Well, thank you very much. Regina.
Yat Ishikis, Yat En Manahazan, Yat Et Johannahe, Yat Et. She Regina Marie Sosi. Honarani Nishle, a Shihi Bashis Chin, to the Cheatney Dash Che, Twahana Dashanella, a Hehe. My name is Regina Sosi, and I am a member of the Navajo Nation. I just greeted you in my Navajo language and also greeted the 4 clans that I belong to. And this is how, as a Navajo person, introduces ourselves to other people. So I thank you very much for having me here and for your time. I am also the president of the Native American Coalition of the Quad Cities. and have lived in the community for about 40 years. I've raised my children here, got married here, had many activities within the community here, especially with the Native American community. Been active with that community for as long as I've been here, and have tried to lead in a good way, and also been active with the community as far as education, diversity, equity, just many things as a small Native community are doing now. But the reason why I'm here is the controversy or the situation with the metallic signage that resembles a Native American man. We could also call it a Native American mascot. And this was the symbol or the imagery that was blown down April 4th of this year. And I know it's been deemed surplus property, and there's a decision to, what should we do with this? So, and I know I've communicated with hopefully all of you via email, especially the emails I sent April 18th of this year, and to encourage you, the City of Rock Island Council, to dismantle the metallic slab and to recycle it, to do away with the racist imagery that it projects and the harmful hostility that it has created. And this has been going on ever since, I don't know, beginning with the mascot issues, especially with the University of Illinois, Champaign-Urbana with the so-called Chief Illiniwek. And that was settled, or it was finally removed February of 2017, in which the coalition was a part of that activism, because it was creating racism, was creating stereotypes, it was creating misinformation, it was creating hostility toward Native American people, Native American students, Native American children and families. And so the reason why I'm here is to just encourage you as a council to do the right thing, to take into consideration all the things, all the emails that I have sent you, emails concerning, there are 2 videos I sent you, Imagining the Indian. I think it was like maybe 3.5-minute video, in which Native people spoke, many organizations, national organizations spoke and about removing all these racist imagery, especially Native American imagery. I sent you another video, In Whose Honor, which specifically shows the situation with the Chief Illiniwek issue and the mascot, and the harm that it had caused, for the Native American community and Native American students there. I also sent you information on the May 5th, 2011 U.S. Senate Committee on Indian Affairs, which was the impact of racist stereotypes and imagery on Native American people. So I hope you got to read that. I also sent you information about the resolution by the American Psychologist Association recommending removal of all Native American racial symbols, mascots, imagery, due to the psychological harm that it has created, for our people, especially our young people, our Native American children. So I am here to, again, encourage you to dismantle and recycle this racial imagery that portrays a Native American man, the slab that is doing more harm than doing as far as educating and things of that nature. And also, I'm not sure if you are aware that there is a House Bill 1633 that was passed last month, and it concerns, it's the Illinois Native American history curriculum to be taught at the middle school level and the high school level in the state of Illinois. And this is a breakthrough for Native American people in this state. And it passed both House, and what they're going to do is they're going to invite Native American indigenous peoples, those who are in education, those who are in business, those who are history teachers, and they're going to gather them all together. They're going to create this Native American curriculum. So it will be lessons, history lessons taught by Native American people. I shouldn't say taught by, but the curriculum developed by Native American people, hopefully taught by Native Americans themselves, about the true history of Native American in the state of Illinois. And they're not going to be wishy-washy about that. They've also stated that they're going to include the effects of genocide and Holocaust that Native American people have been treated, not only in the state, but throughout the country. So hopefully we can write that the city of Rock Island, the council people voted to remove this imagery, to dismantle it, and to recycle it, and to show that, you know, this kind of racial imagery must end. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Naomi.
Hi, Naomi Torrance. I am here to share with you a letter I received from my tribe. I did speak with them about my experiences. I did share with them my public comment. And they provided a letter of support, which I'll share with you today, and a resolution that has been passed by their tribal council as it relates to eliminating imagery in communities, and also a statement from the Michigan Association of School Psychologists. So in their letter, please pardon me, but there's a little bit of third-person reading here as they've written a large part about me. So here goes. The Pokagon Band Representation Outreach Board condemns the use of Native American imagery in any way that may be deemed offensive, disrespectful, or otherwise harmful to the Native American community. This condemnation includes, but is not limited to, the City of Rock Island's Watchtower Plaza sign depicting a Native American man. On April 24th, 2023, Naomi Torrance addressed the City of Rock Island during a City Council meeting. During her time at the podium, Naomi gave a powerful and heartfelt statement which relayed her lived experiences as a Native American woman and the impact that negative Native American imagery has had on herself as well as members of her family and larger Potawatomi community. Naomi gave specific examples of racist behavior displayed by multiple people who hold positions of power within the City of Rock Island. These statements are extremely concerning as they were made by people who have the ability to directly impact the lives of Native American individuals residing in the City of Rock Island. While the point may be made that some constituents find the signage to be sentimental, that does not negate the very harm that it has caused the Native American constituents residing there as well. By preserving the sign, a message is being sent to the Native American community that their safety and well-being is not as important as the sentimental feelings of the non-Native community. Furthermore, we understand that while many individuals may not understand the very real harm that negative Native American imagery has on Native American people, it is never the responsibility of the oppressed to prove to their oppressors why they feel unsafe or unheard. We strongly encourage those in positions of power to seek out further education on this topic instead of requesting the Native American community to provide proof that they have been negatively impacted. To assist in this endeavor, you'll find resources attached to this letter as well. As a result of her statement at the April 24th City Council meeting, Naomi experienced retaliation and no longer felt she had a safe or productive workplace environment. Although it was not an easy decision, it became necessary for Naomi to resign suddenly from her position. The Representation Outreach Board condemns the treatment of Naomi in the strongest possible way and
You can
offers...
try to keep it toward the
Sure,
the figure versus yourself, please.
nearly done.
Okay.
And offers our full support to her. The Representation Outreach Board also acknowledges her courage in standing up for the people in the face of adversity and thanks her for her efforts. I have a hard copy here, but I'll be sure to email that to you as well.
Thank you. All right, Rudy.
Okay, thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for having me speak a few minutes here to you folks. And again, I'm here to just encourage you to vote yes to restore that that Indian that was on 11th Street in Rock Island. Or the organization that the Intertribal League of American Indians that we have here in the area. You know, we're ready to, you know, take it if you so desire to give it to us. We have a place to store it, and then we can go to work in raising some funds to paint it up and get it done the right way. I encourage you to, you know, to vote yes, to keep the Indian. You know, I believe Rock Island is a great place. I believe Rock Island, I mean, this could be a big thing for the city of Rock Island, a revival. You know, so many places all across the country want to tear down statues. You know, they want to cancel culture for some reason. I don't know. You know, they don't like cultures. They don't like Native American cultures. They don't like Irish cultures. They don't like German cultures. You know, they all want us to be the same culture, I guess, what I can imagine what they want, you know, so I really don't understand what, you know, why they want to do it. They want to get rid of the Kansas City Chiefs. They don't like the tomahawk chalk. They don't like, well, they did get rid of the Redskins, but all across the NFL, hockey teams, basketball teams, they just do not want Indian names, and which I think is great. To me, I look at that, and when those teams come on the on TV, and you know, and they announce their names, you know, and people even rise up. I mean, they stand up on their feet to give honor to that team and to that Indian. Maybe if it might be the Kansas City Chiefs, you know, but they do give honor, and I want that honor to stay right here with the city of Rock Island, you know. And like I say, you guys can vote yes, and you guys, we could start a revival here. You know, we can really do some great things together, and you know, so I just encourage you to start it here in Rock Island. Rock Island's a great place, and I'm glad to be a member of this community. And I know a lot of different folks from different tribes come to our area. They want to maybe destroy things, tear the things down, and then they go back home to where they come from and back to all their sacred sites. Well, you know, this is not a sacred site we have here, but it is part of our heritage here in the Quad Cities. So thank you again very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Vince Thomas.
Vince Thomas, 1021st Street, Rock Island. I'm here to speak in support of Naomi and our group that I belong to, the Native American Coalition of the Quad Cities, which has been around since 1975. And I guess Rudy just mentioned the word culture. If you recall, a couple of Sundays ago, there was a letter to the editor from the mayor of Moline and her city council members, in which it's obvious that that city council is multi-ethnic and has very much of a cultural background that Rudy was referring to. But historically, let me point out a couple of things, is that the board of the Blackhawk Bank president, a friend of the mayor, decided that they did not want to erect the signage in front of their refurbished drive-in center in Milan. So that should mean something. And why did they decide they didn't want it? Because I think they were convinced after we discussed with them that this was not appropriate, and it was, as many of the, as Regina pointed out, that this represents a stereotypical racist point of view of having that statue out there. So with that in mind, I wonder why the city council doesn't appoint a committee to sit down and talk to both, as we tried to earlier, to convince the mayor, that we sit down and talk to both Rudy's point of view and our point of view as to what should be decided. Right now, I think the impression I get is that the city is obsessed with this signage. Somehow the city feels it owns it and it has to decide to do what to do with it, and would rather have it preserved, even though Rudy seems to think that it is not stereotypical, and there's nothing wrong with NFL and the NBA and any of the professional teams having Indian mascots. He doesn't see the tomahawk chop being offensive, or that grinning face of the brave as offensive. It seems that we've kind of grown up from 1975, that we now see many other items that we never saw before offensive as being offensive. We don't see wooden cigar store Indians. We don't see black jockeys on front yards anymore. And so when Rudy is complaining about losing our culture, we're saying, no, we're becoming aware of other people's culture, and we need to show some respect to other people's culture and have some understanding. And I think that's why the City of Moline mayor's letter is so important, because she stresses and they stress that we have to respect other's culture. And and I don't know why you believe that that is something that somehow Native Americans should be glad to accept from the city, and when we're saying it's not worthy of keeping. So my suggestion is, rather than coming to the city council and getting 5 or 10 minutes to talk about it every week, why don't you have a meeting with us and come to a conclusion instead of just letting it drag on this way. Rudy has promises of trying to preserve it, and we're saying you have an opportunity to destroy it and get rid of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, that's everybody that has signed up. So we will continue on with item number 6.
Minutes from the May 22nd, 2023 study session and city council meeting.
Move to approve the minutes.
Moving to second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson. Aye. Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
And Healy.
Aye.
Thank you. Rock Island update. Couple items here. Do you know a person or organization that deserves recognition? The City of Rock Island is seeking nominations for the 36th Annual Citizen of the Year Awards. The awards were founded in 1987 as a way to recognize individuals and organizations that make a positive difference in Rock Island community. Each year, people in the community have an opportunity to submit a nomination for those who have made selfless contributions, wow, of service to the City of Rock Island. There are 8 categories available for nominations. There's the individual, youth, city employee, professional, education, veteran, organization, church or nonprofit, and business. Nomination forms can be accessed on the city's website at rigov.org or contact Community Engagement Manager Sarah Hayden at hayden.sarah@rigov.org. So that's start again, HAYDEN period SARAH@rigov.org. Enjoy free music at Lincoln Park. Come dance or relax under the stars at this year's Starlight Review free concert series in Lincoln Park at 38th Street and 11th Avenue. Concerts are every Tuesday night for the next 7 weeks from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Tomorrow night's band will be Gray Wolf Band. Food and desserts will be available for purchase starting at 5 from the Hy-Vee Grill and Dessert Station. And popcorn and drinks will be served by the Parks Department. Enjoy a beautiful night in Lincoln Park with great music, food, dance, and fun. Calling all Third Ward residents and anyone with questions about the city. Third Ward Alderwoman Judith Gilbert will hold a ward meeting at City Hall on June 19th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The meeting is here in the council chambers on the 3rd floor of City Hall at 1528 3rd Avenue. Alderwoman Gilbert and several department directors will be answering questions from residents. All are invited to attend the meeting. Bring a neighbor, a friend, and learn more about how your city operates. And that's it. And also, I guess, 2 little small things. 11A and 13B will be removed from the agenda. 11A is stricken from the agenda, and 13B is stricken from the agenda. And then we're on item 8.
An ordinance regarding the consolidation of the 6 boards of appeal into a single inspections commission, second reading.
Motion to pass the ordinance. Second.
Move to second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson. Aye. Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
And Healy.
Aye.
Item number 9A through E.
Consent agenda items A through E.
Move to approve consent agenda items A through E.
Second.
Move to second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson. Aye. Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
And Healy.
Aye.
Items 10 through, item 10, A through F. Claims.
Claims. A through F. I can read them if council so wishes.
Motion to allow claims items A through F.
Second. Moved in second. Any discussion?
Due to the nature of my employment, I need to recuse myself.
Roll call.
Alderperson Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert. Aye. Swanson. Aye. Pulis.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Oh,
11B.
that's right, we're skipping 11A. Report from the Public Works Department regarding contracts for engineering and design services at Sunset Marina with IMEG Corporation, Rock Island, Illinois, in the amount of $19,700, and Edgewater Resources of Madison, Wisconsin, in the amount of $230,100.
Motion to award the contracts to IMEG Corporation and Edgewater Resources and authorize the city manager to execute the contract documents.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Nay.
Swanson. Aye. Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
And Healy.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries.
11C.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding an extension of the lease agreement with USCOC of Greater Iowa LLC for the water tower located at 1405 36th Street.
Motion to direct the city manager to sign the attached amendment to extend the lease agreement with USCOC of Greater Iowa.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson. Aye. Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
And Healy.
Aye.
Item number 12.
A, report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding the sale of city-owned property located at 1423 6th Street, PIN 16032322007, to Christina and Giovanni Crouch for $421.25, plus closing costs. First reading.
Move to approve the sale of 1423 6th Street to Christina and Giovanni Crouch for $421.25, plus closing costs. Authorize the city manager to execute the sale agreement and consider the ordinance.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson. Aye. Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
And Healy.
Aye.
Item 13A.
Report from the Finance Department regarding an adjustment to the CY 2023 budget, increasing the Parks and Recreation Fund revenue and expense budgets by $70,200.
Motion to approve the budget adjustments.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
And Healy.
Aye.
Item 14A.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding approval of the 2023 CDBG Annual Action Plan. And I know Miles and Nicole are on virtual. If anybody has questions from council members, they can answer them virtually.
Move to approve the 2023 Annual Action Plan and direct staff to submit it to HUD.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
And Healy.
Aye.
Item 15.
Report from the Mayor's Office regarding the appointment of Anne Maria Rocha to the Illinois Quad Cities Civic Center Authority for a 3-year term expiring June of 2026.
Move
Oh.
to, go ahead.
Go for it. I'll second.
Move to approve the appointment as recommended.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
And Healy.
Aye.
Item 16.
Okay, report from the City Clerk's Office regarding a request from Bally's Quad Cities to use sound amplification on Friday, July 7th, 2023, from 7 to 10:30 p.m. at the Bally's campus for an outdoor concert.
Motion to approve the request as recommended.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? I'm not sure anybody'd hear anything out there anyway, any neighbors or anything. Roll call.
Alderperson Robinson.
Aye.
Hertz.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
And Healy.
Aye.
Very good. Item 17, other business. New business.
So as has been discussed, the matter of requiring roll call votes no longer exists, right? The emergency declaration or whatever for COVID, where we had to do everything by roll call, is no longer in effect. Really, this doesn't apply to much other than simple things like motions to adjourn, for example. Historically, we did just a, what's that called, when it's just aye or nay? I can't remember. It's not roll call vote, but it's the opposite of roll call vote. How's everyone feel about going back to the good old days where we could just say aye, all of us together, voice vote? Is that what that's called?
It's voice vote.
Yeah, there we go. I know my parliamentary nonsense.
And in the event there was some discussion, you could then go to a roll call vote if there was some concern that we had enough.
Absolutely. Is everyone okay with not requiring roll call votes for things that we are not legally required to do roll call votes for?
I'm okay with it.
I don't hear any objections.
All right, sounds good.
Doesn't matter to me.
All those in favor say no, we can't vote, but,
I can put it on the next agenda.
Present.
yeah,
Yeah, present.
I don't think we have to vote on it.
Clearly itemize what requires a roll call vote and what doesn't.
Yep, I'll put RCVV.
Yeah. All right.
I just wanted to bring up, there were a couple fun things that I have attended in the city in the last couple weeks. One was the Pride Fest, last weekend put on by Clock Inc., which was outstanding, very, very well attended. I thought it was great. I went to both Common Chord concerts, which were also very great, and what a wonderful opportunity to bring people into the city that perhaps would not have come before. And then on Thursday night, Family Resources in connection with the Elephant Club did a Flowers on the River celebration, or remembrance for those who lost their lives to domestic violence, which was very moving. And I'm just really happy that organizations are bringing events to Rock Island, because we've got beautiful facilities to have them, and it's just really nice to see people coming here for a lot of really positive events.
I'd like to piggyback with that and see if, Sarah, can you start pushing out Red, White, and Boom pretty feverishly now that it's coming up? So it's an amazing event for the Quad Cities and especially for our city. You know, there's a ton of people down there. I think it's great.
Once again, recapping, and social media, we've seen some of these things out there, but if you've missed it or whatever, but I had the pleasure of helping do a kind of grand opening it was a grand opening for a new driving school on 18th Avenue, Rock Island, specifically designed for the refugees and immigrants that have maybe a language barrier or culture type barrier. It was well attended. It was a lot of fun to meet the individuals, continue to learn different cultures and thoughts, but how anxious they are to learn and feel appreciative to be in the United States. It was really kind of one of the different grand openings we've had, and it was really, really heartful. The Heart Walk, Healthy Heart Walk, thanks to Linda Barnes and Samantha Ganji for being the Rock Island host of that for us. And it was well attended by a lot of Quad Cityans. Beautiful day, and the committee did a great job. And so thank you to the both of you for representing Rock Island well. I was there to walk with it along with Randy Hurt. There were some others, so that was well done. And of course, the Dakeman Park, just like I say, recapping a couple items here, but boy, what a great job that is. And ADA capable, just the fun equipment they have there, just was well attended again, and well received by everybody in the neighborhood there. And it was just it was a pleasant thing to be and watch the kids and have fun. So those are a couple things I know I attended, just roughly that I remember. So a lot of great things.
Well, if we're talking about what we attended this past week. So I was quite impressed. I had 2 meetings that I attended. One on Thursday was Projects Now Poverty Workshop. Lot of good ideas that came out of that, a lot of information that was very helpful. And then on Saturday morning, I was asked to be a member of the NAACP Housing Committee. Alderman Parker is a member as well. A lot of good ideas out of that group too, and moving forward on a very important issue, housing, affordable housing, housing for the homeless in our community. So really impressed with the knowledge and expertise of people that we have in our community.
I agree. It really is. All right, anything else? New business, good for the cause? If not, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Motion to adjourn.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Alderperson Robinson.
Aye.
Hertz.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
And Healy.
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned. I didn't know, I'm like, am I supposed to
Oh,
do that?